Right now, Harnett County deputies are searching a new area for a little girl at the center of an Amber Alert. You see her on your screen. 3-year-old Zyra Holiday has not been seen since yesterday morning. Robert Richardson is in Harnett County this morning with sheriff's investigators as they search for the toddler. Robert.
Yes, Maggie, and I've also been speaking with her family. We've just hit the 30-hour mark since Zyra Holiday was last seen here at her Spring Lake apartment. I'm found out that every officer who's available in the county is actively involved in this search. Now, investigators say 20-year-old Daquan Thomas took Holiday from her mother on Tuesday morning. The Harnett County Sheriff says on Monday, the girl's mother obtained a restraining order against Thomas. The couple have an 11-month-old son. Investigators say Thomas also took the boy but dropped him off at a nearby home. However, there's been no sign of 3-year-old Zyra. Deputies and police searching ponds near the girls' apartment complex here in Spring Lake using sonar. Also have help from a helicopter you may hear overhead sent by Brunswick County, FBI, state troopers, several other agencies assisting local law enforcement. Investigators arrested Thomas for child abduction as well as 2 counts of child abuse. He was in court late this morning. While the family was at the sheriff's office, they actually saw him passing by in a police vehicle, joined here at this time by the girl's grandfather, Terry McNeil, as well as aunt and father. Now, Mr. McNeil, you saw the car go past and saw him in it. What goes through your mind?
How could he do something like this? I mean, you know, all this was uncalled for. You know, if he wanted to go, he could have just left. He didn't have to involve the kids. And you know, it's just tearing us apart because, you know, she didn't deserve this and we don't deserve to be feeling like we're feeling right now.
One of the things the sheriff said is that he saw Thomas shake his head as the charges were read. He wishes he could read his mind and know what he's thinking, saying he's not being cooperative. What do you hope is going to be happening throughout this afternoon?
Well, I hope he finally just open up and go ahead and tell them something because, I mean, you know, we're still praying and hoping that she's somewhere out there that, you know, maybe he dropped her off at somebody's house and they're holding her. But, you know, if anybody just know anything or have seen anything, you know, even if it's a little thing that they think maybe is nothing, call the sheriff department or contact one of the family members and let us know.
Yeah, once again, we want to remind you of the description of Zyra. She's 3 years old, about 3 feet tall, last seen wearing black pants and a black shirt with flowers on it and the word love. We'll keep you updated on air and on the WNCN News app. Reporting live in Harnett County, Robert Richardson, CBS North Carolina.
I was angry. I mean, you know, it's hurting us to know that he knows more than what he's saying.
Nearly 36 hours after her disappearance, a 3-year-old girl is still missing.
And the one person the authorities think knows where she is not talking. The toddler's family first shared their sadness and anger with CBS North Carolina's Robert Richardson. He's been with them all afternoon as they wait for someone to find their little girl.
And Robert, the search is becoming more desperate by the minute.
That's right, Sharon. We're nearing the 2nd night since the girl went missing, and her family tells me they hope that 3-year-old Zyra Holiday didn't spend last night out in the cold, and some believe that the people other than the man accused of taking her from her home here in Spring Lake may have her in their home. Zyra Holiday's mother, father, and grandfather hope someone sees this picture and remembers seeing the 3-year-old Tuesday.
If you've seen anything or heard anything, no matter how big or how small, just, I mean, you know, tell us.
Investigators say the mother's ex-boyfriend, Daquan Thomas, took their 11-month-old son and Zyra early Tuesday morning, less than 24 hours after the mother filed a restraining order against him. Thomas dropped the boy off at a relative's house. He's now with an aunt, but without his sister.
All night in his sleep, he just kept crying and crying in his sleep. She said he was asleep, but he just kept crying like, you know, something was frightening him.
The sheriff says Thomas isn't talking. Deputies caught him Tuesday, and when he went before a judge Wednesday morning, he shook his head in silence.
I was a few feet away from him. I wish I could read his mind and know what's going on in it and what, if anything, he would tell us about where the little girl is.
Her mother's family hopes Zyra may be safe with someone who knows Thomas and that they'll come forward.
If they got Zyra and they're scared to say something, just know that we just want her home. You know, just let her go. Call the police, call a family member, somebody can come pick her up.
You're just hoping they put this 3-year-old ahead of any loyalty they may have to him.
Right, you know, think about the child, think about us out here crying and worrying and, you know, going through what we're going through.
The family gathered together at the home late Wednesday morning, and social workers met with the mother.
Terry McNeil told me that his daughter's on-again, off-again relationship with Thomas has been abusive for some time. He says he tried to get her to leave for good, and recent events led up to her obtaining that restraining order against him. Now, I'm told by the sheriff that every available officer in the county is actively out searching. They've been in the woods on foot, helicopters up in the air searching from overhead, and they've had boats and using sonar to search in some ponds in this area. Now, once again, Zyra Holiday is 3 years old. She's about 3 feet tall, last seen wearing black pants and a black shirt with flowers on it and the word love. So please call investigators if you have any information about her location. They say that they have gotten some witnesses who saw her with Thomas after he took her yesterday morning. Reporting live in Harnett County, Robert Richardson, CBS North Carolina.
We have an update to that search for the missing 3-year-old girl in Harnett County.
Our Robert Richardson joins us live with the latest on this. Robert?
Sean and Sharon, we're about 2.5 miles away from the girl's home. We're here at Mobile Home Park off Crest Circle and Rambo. Got here about 10 minutes ago as officers were putting up this crime scene tape around the park. There's deputies positioned all around the park, and while we were at the girl's apartment, a couple deputies arrived and talked to family members who were there. We've seen people coming over here. Deputies were checking this trailer right here, taking pictures of it just a few minutes ago. We've heard from a neighbor here that she saw the little girl who's been missing since Tuesday morning, Zyra, in one of the mobile homes that she says she saw. The deputies get the girl out of there. We're still working to confirm that with the sheriff's office. However, this is the same area that witnesses and investigators say that Daquan Thomas brought his 11-month-old son yesterday around the same time that he took the girl. So trying to confirm, but possibly some good news coming in this case. Reporting live in Harnett County, Robert Richardson, CBS North Carolina.
CBS North Carolina, breaking news update.
A child missing more than 24 hours after being reported as abducted has been found alive in Harnett County. Family and friends have been holding on to hope that Zyra Holiday would finally be found okay.
What a relief. CBS North Carolina's Robert Richardson joins us live from Harnett County. Robert.
That's right. I'm actually here with the girl's grandfather and father, who have a lot of relief right now, seeing some smiles. We're not seeing any of these smiles earlier today.
I don't know what to say. I'm just excited and so glad that she's home. Thank you to everybody that helped, everybody that prayed, everybody that's been here, everybody that helped with the searches. You know, just thank you to everybody.
Yeah, we're at a mobile home park about 2.5 miles from the apartment where she was taken. And
Yes,
you had told me throughout the day, each time we visited, that you were confident someone knew that she was in a home. We just needed that person to come forward.
And she's somewhere and somebody knows. Just please come forward and tell them. You know, maybe the last talk where I said, even if you given a anonymous tip, you know, just let us know where she's at. So.
A lot of law enforcement out here right now, and the sheriff was saying that she is a little dehydrated but doing well. Actually, there's an ambulance back here, but the girl's walking around with her mother. Heard from another family member, basically tipped them off that she was in one of these mobile homes.
Yeah, from the other side. Well, I had told the police last night that I think they needed to check all these trailers out here. I just had a hunch, and he said that they was going to do that today. So, you know, I'm just so thankful that, you know, they found her.
And Jamel, this is the girl's father. We had heard from you about an hour and a half ago, just nervous and worry. And I know you've got some relief now.
Yes, sir. Most definitely, most definitely. I want to thank y'all all again for finding my baby. So
just getting to hug her again.
Getting to hug and kiss her, holding her again so tight. It felt like the first time when she was born. That's what it felt like a while ago.
So once again, a great outcome after this girl was missing for almost 36 hours. Her mother's ex-boyfriend in jail, charged with her abduction. We'll be following this case moving on. Back to you, Sean and Sharon.
All right, a happy resolution tonight to that. Thank you, Robert. We continue following breaking news in Harnett County. That's where a little girl missing for more than 24 hours has been found alive tonight. Let's check back in with CBS North Carolina's Robert Richardson. Robert?
Yes, I'm here with Zyra's mother, Shaquilla Murchison, and you were saying that this was almost like giving birth to your daughter again, seeing her again?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that.
I'm very happy that they found my baby. And that's all. I'm shocked. Like, I'm so happy. Y'all don't understand. I'm very excited.
A very fortunate and happy ending to this, but obviously there's going to be more of this story continuing with the charges filed against your ex that you just gotten a restraining order against. Tell me about your anger through this experience.
I mean, I don't want to talk about him, to be honest. I'm just glad that they found my baby. I'm just glad they found my baby.
Tell me about that first hug.
It felt so good. Y'all don't understand. I'm so excited. I have been walking around here looking like a zombie, looking like a little chicken with my head cut off. Not eating, sleeping, no, none of that. I'm just happy.
I know that they said that she's dehydrated, but seems to be in good spirits, and seems like you guys are just ready for dinner and a good night's sleep.
She said she's ready to go to McDonald's and go to her Aunt Kim's house and play with her brother. That's what she said.
Very glad that this has turned out well, and thank you for speaking with us. Once again, a good result. Investigators have found 3-year-old Zyra, who was part of an Amber Alert that lasted almost 36 hours. Reporting live in Harnett County, Robert Richardson, CBS North Carolina.
Robert, thank you.